adventure time here with a man. I tell you, it's just that moment when you're getting off the highways, still on the tar, but you've just got peppermints, you've got mountain ash, you've got fat grown-up wattle on either side of the road, and most of it's rubbed to the house, and it just screams adventure. And you know, when there's been anticipation, we spent a good part of this morning getting the gear ready, really making sure that we're all teed up for what's going to be a backpack adventure. Country I am familiar with, but I haven't gotten what I want from it yet. And there's a lot that I want from it. It's not just deer, it's I don't know, the last piece in a puzzle of a really full investigation and relationship developed with a patch of country. This is going to be epic. I absolutely love it. We're not just roaming into country randomly, like we've got a target where we want to camp, and that will give us the best advantages when it comes to a good glassing position where I've consistently seen deer. And there's that little kind of thought at the back of the head, it's like, oh, I wonder how many other folks come in here and slay them up. But I've only ever shot one deer from up in this system. I'm just keen. We're just making sure that we're going to focus now this afternoon, getting in there, getting tents and stuff set up. There is some weather coming in the next couple of days, but not like, it's just a gradual onset, and then later this week it'll be full on. So we want to try and get our objectives sorted within the next 2 or 3 days. I think the objective is adventure, and a deer would be bloody good. Anyway, I'm gonna get stuff sorted. Oh, thick. How does it feel?
Not bad, yes. I mean, it's heavy, but...
Anyway, stoked for adventure. Feeling good? You feeling ready, bro?
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you. Very close to where we need to be. We've got flowing water, which is absolutely fucking stoked. We're a bit water conscious, aren't we?
I might tip some out to make my pack roll.
We found ourselves pretty close to where we want to be. Before we've got to get camp set up and all that at the prompt time, but we're going to just have a little look because why not? We're on them. We're fucking on them already. Holy man. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's a stag, bro. It's a velvet stag. He's coming all the way down. Another one over there. It's spiky by the looks. Yeah, spiker. Oh folks, this is what we live for. And geez, it was the right time of day, things were lining up, but that's some pretty instant gratification.
What you saying?
I'm talking to the camera. Oh, why'd you do this too, bro? Isn't this your gig? No, just frothing. But the whole thing has been this longer term project. I've been glassing this space and the deer on them for multiple years in a row. And the only option there ever seems to be is to get around the other side. Now, they sometimes come further up the gully where we can kind of get that triangle coming together. And rangefinder, I'm not just ranging up to say, oh, can I take the shot? I'm planning it out this afternoon. We might not shoot anything today. If we can find different positions, work out particular faces and pre-plan the ranges to what we're comfortable with, and then wait, if they're starting to get into it, it's like, we'll do a double check. Anyway, enough yarning, I want to check the range that this fella's at. That log just there, it's 236 metres. Sorry, that fallen tree I should say. Just there, 236 metres. The deer turns up there, that's definitely in my shooting range, and I will have a crack. Alright, so in there, 320. Just took a couple of different readings. Like he's the full screen. Yeah. I'm not going to shoot him. Yeah. 'Dude. We've just gone back to where we were, and almost exactly where the velvet stag was. There's one in Hard Ant Lane. Mate, just have a look on the screen. He's exactly where the velvety was before. I'm so happy with that.
Oh, he literally is exactly where he was. Yeah, dude.
Because he was exactly where the other one was before. I was like, oh, just have another look at his bum, and then I just see hard antler, and I zoom in.
Yeah, so where'd he come from?
Just readjusting positions now, but it's just a little bit of this filth to negotiate, so we're going to do that. ...301 metres, and he's just broadside. I'm pretty ready to do it. Yeah, he's about to start turning uphill. I'm pretty ready to do it.
He's rolling.
He's rolling.
He's in trouble.
He's going downhill. He's going downhill. Sent around, and it was a hit. It was a hit, and he took it and bolted. And we reviewed the footage, like, yes, it's a hit, it's just tad low. And that's why I'm feeling a bit nervous right now. But then we see him crop up again. We get down behind the rifle, presents another broadside. The camera wasn't rolling, but boom. And he was going uphill, like just, he was struggling, he was crook. Boom. And after that, we've had a lot of thrashing and rolling and going down the gut. I'm just going to the negative side of things. I'm fucking nervous. I'm really nervous, but that's a deer that I saw, and I'm like, yes, I want that. And then there's been the rifle project, and I've gone for it. I'm rambling on a bit now. This is intense. Yes, this is intense. Thanks, bro. Thanks for being and the support and all of that.
No worries, man. It's going to be a hectic recovery, man.
I know. I know. I'm sorry. Alrighty.
No, we're pretty tough.
We're tough, we are. That animal's been shot multiple times. We watched him roll. And I just got that little, it's just that last 10% of uncertainty because I haven't gone to him, like I haven't held him. And I just really wanted to know that those shots were good, because it's one thing for an animal to roll down. And I know that's a pretty damn good indication. And there's nothing else I can do except get up really early in the morning, pack all our stuff up. It's going to be a bit of a rainy day tomorrow. All good. We knew that. And we'll get down to him. And then then there could be a place for high fives. Hey folks, just quickly, I want to share something with you that's really exciting for me, really exciting for Aussie Bush Harvest. I'm pleased to tell you that today's video is brought to you by the Modern Hunter. Now guys, the Modern Hunter is the distributor for Maven Optics here in Australia. I'm going to be really frank with you. This is a big deal for me. I always want to be very mindful of taking on a sponsorship to make sure that it's a fair offer for me, number one, that whoever was bringing the offer to me believed and supported the ethos of this channel, and that had a genuine product that I myself genuinely needed and could properly get behind. Earlier this year I got my hands on a pair of these C3 Mavens, and that was a huge step up for me. I'd been making do with the basic optics that I had, and you get something better in your hands, and my capability massively increases, but not at a price that was going to smash the bank. I thought, well, that's good. Really fortunate for me, Josh and James from the Modern Hunter brought me an offer to support this channel. This is a massive rung in the right direction for me to be able to hopefully one day do this full time. But more to the point, like, good gear that I otherwise wouldn't be able to put in my hands. It's massively increased my capability. Been using a rangefinder for the first time in my life. I've never owned one. It didn't mean I never needed one. I just had to limit myself. Now, the Sambar taken in this video would not have happened unless I had the confidence with the accurizing of my rifle, which included a new Maven CRS 0.2 scope, better optics so that I'm just spending a lot of time in those high country glassing scenarios which I wasn't going to be able to get the best out of in the past. Now a rangefinder so that the shots taken can actually work, you know. Anyway, you guys can piece this all together. This is a massive step up for me. So I want to say a big maximum respect and thanks to Josh and James. Thanks for bringing this to me, guys. I'm looking forward to using Maven Optics exclusively into the future. And folks, all I'd say to you guys is that if you're in the market yourselves, please check out the link below to the Modern Hunter. Check out the range of Maven Optics there, which are very extensive. So guys, please, if you ever want to support the businesses that are supporting Aussie Bush Harvest, check out the Modern Hunter below. Good times are natural. We've had rain overnight. We were dry, that's good. Pretty big job to do today. Decisions made. We've got such a warm camp up here. It feels amazing to have a pack with bugger all in it. We're just going to go down there. We thought about camping down the bottom with the stag. We'll go down there and do a big job and try and bring him back up here, and then just stay camped here. Oh shit.
Rock straight in front of us. That's absolutely it.
Yes, it is. And there's the tree where we were sitting to start. Thought about shooting off the edge of that fallen branch. It came down. Shot it off there. I'm looking to see that rock there. I pushed it. I just pushed it out of my way a little bit. That's why it's uplifted like that. so I could sit my shoulder down and take the shot. That's hectic. So just for perspective's sake, this is the area that we were looking into and glassing them on. We've ranged it up to back where we pulled the shot. We're about 350 now, and that means that he was not far over here when we shot him, and then that gut down there is the gut that he rolled into. We're just going slow. It's just really shaly, rocky, very wet, so we've got to take our time. Real? He wasn't wrong.
Come on, man.
Bro. Oh, man. I'm happy with the stag, and I'm elated with the experience. Real relief to see the brown, because it was getting a bit sketchy to get down here. They're all big, you know what I mean? And I know that they get a heap bigger. This is just what I wanted. And I wanted to do it that way. I felt a confidence with it. Now he did take 2 shots from me, and we saw where he started to roll, and we thought, what does that mean? He went out of our eyesight. We had to stew on that overnight. That was an anxious night for me last night, I'm going to be real. But he's basically exactly where we saw him roll, just out of sight of where our shooting position was from. I'm stoked. Good times better shared too.
Yeah, dude.
Man. No, seriously, I'm so happy you're here. Particularly for the carry out.
Yeah, I know.
Not too much gear yarning, but this is the end of a story about a rifle improvement too. That shot wasn't really possible for me beforehand, or I wasn't going to take it because I had no confidence. This time I did have confidence. Now, that first shot, just off where I wanted it. I think the second shot was exactly where I wanted it. Either way, it's a success story for me. I was thinking, oh, look, this might close the chapter for me a bit for this little patch that I've been hiking into a couple of times over the years. No, it doesn't close the chapter, it's just starting. I just love it in here. Watching undisturbed sambars can be quite a beautiful, rare experience, and often only done if you can achieve a bit of height, work out where they spend their days, not just where they move to in the afternoons and evenings and come out of in the mornings, you know what I mean? That's seriously cool. The best times, the best natural times. Very happy day.
Yeah, so we could skin from the back line and just and flap all the skin out in this direction.
Yeah.
If you want, rather than trying to come up from underneath and do it like that.
Shit a brick. That's right.
You could nearly bloody follow the creek for a bit even.
That's not actually a bad idea. I mean, the only other way was what I was going through that
But that's cool too.
trees too, but
Going uphill is easier. It's harder work on your lungs now, but it's easier.
Periods like this where, you know, it's nice to be able to indulge and spend as much time as possible.
Yeah.
And I always give myself that time, but you kind of got to just hook in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. He's got all these little injuries.
Yeah, just from rolling, hey?
Yeah, but I think some of it's also from maybe some light fighting.
Yep.
You hold this for me. as an excellent last little bit of pressure.
I mean, when they let it down, they'll go and... Yeah, there's a couple of rocks and stuff down there, which is an issue.
This one's some moss. Well, that's us. Pretty close to ready. Very wet. Very steep way out, but we've got time. It's 2 o'clock. Dark's around 5. We reckon we can do it in 2 hours comfortably, but we're going to take all the time we need. That's us done. We've got our pack still full of venison. We want to kind of just try and find a bit of a clean, dry place to put the bags. Keep that all together. Dylan's hell-bent on making us a fire. What a legend. And what a challenge. Then we are going to chill and eat. Eat food. Drink hot drinks. I'm going to help Dylan get some of this right now. Pretend that I've contributed in a meaningful way. Thanks, brother. It was a pretty damp night, not gonna lie. Motivation this morning difficult, and everything was wet. But packs loaded, getting stuff together. It's gonna be 2 loads, so that's what it's all about, folks. We're doing it legit. Yeah, I'm really keen to give that slow cook shoulder a go.
You know, like fry it up, and then, you know, if we want to do some tacos, we just put a bunch of Mexican seasoning in there. If we want to do something else, just different flavours, it's just a sick way to go.
Bloody oath it is. Now, the weather had been real sour on us, but just before we got back to New South, I really wanted to show Dylan a place that's pretty close to my heart. It's Lake Dartmouth, and that's where I shot my first Sambar years ago. God, almost 13 years ago now. Anyway, we didn't get any deer, but Dylan had a very unique experience up there.
Interesting couple of hours for me. I've basically made my way up the hill from camp. There's like a bit of a ridge line that I wanted to check out and see some bits that might get a bit of sun and maybe some slightly more open country, and found myself in this really kind of jungly kind of stuff, pretty wet, really quiet in there, out of the wind. So I thought there might be some deer just bedded up out of the wind because it's a bit noisy elsewhere. And I let out a couple of goes on my flex mark call, and 3 dogs came in. So being ANP, I can't shoot them, although it was nearly at the point where I was going to have self-defense. One of them kind of shaped me up and barked at me a couple of times, but I had the 300 close and didn't really feel like I was in too much danger, so I got a little bit of footage. Hopefully it's turned out okay.
Somebody just woke up. Shit a brick. Look at him swell. Oh my goodness. Did not expect to see someone like you, buddy. I need to walk away, but I'm just a bit stuck. Don't want him to get all bothered. He is bothered. But what better way to top off the adventure than to enjoy the quarry that we'd taken at the start. This has got to be one of the most tender animals I've shot in years, guys. We loved it so much. Beautiful. That trip was awesome, brother. Let's plan the next one.